On A-Class Mercedes. It's 2001 w168 2001 model. The engine here is 1.9, so it's kind of different from the 1.6, but still the same. This procedure includes removing the cover, which is held by T25 torque screws. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, and other, I'm gonna continue also and change the fuel pipe hose here, which is a very common problem in A-Class Mercedes, the smell of the benzene, especially benzene models, inside the cabin. So I'm gonna change the retainers here and the hose itself. So in this way, since I'm changing everything here, I'm gonna also take out the air filter housing, the hole, and I'll show you the procedure how it's done. Let's start by removing the air scoop, the piece that comes here. I already removed it, and if you want to see how to remove these pieces, it's another video which I included in my channel separate. So after we remove those, we take the scoop out from its place, and we can continue to remove the air filter housing cover. So after releasing the torque screws here, it will be retained by the cover. We take out the cover and put it aside in a safe place so we don't lose any. And here is the air filter. It's very important to really keep good quality. So if you can't afford the Mercedes-Benz, try at least a good brand like the MAN or something that you know that it will withstand, because the average interval for changing air filter for this car is around 4 years. So how to change it? There's the 2 male projection here and here. So this one movable, so you just push it and you slide the air filter out of its place, and you can check it out or change it. If you want to put the new air filter, you put the new. I'm just gonna show you. This is the old one. Just put it inside the other male projection and you slide this one inside. Before you do that, make sure that the bay is very clean, because anything inside it will go again to the air mass flow sensor, which is made of filaments of glass, so you don't need any dust or contaminants to go there. So you clean this place very good, vacuum it actually, and then you put your new filter. And the way is to put the cover back, the 5 screws, and that will be changing the old filter. Now I'm going to continue to remove the whole housing and the resonance cover, so I'll be able to reach the fuel hose at the back. To remove the air filter housing, I have to remove the resonance cover. I have 3 screws, 1, 2, and third one is Torx 25. So I'm going to remove it. I'll show you how it becomes. So now after taking the Torx screws from the resonance cover, slide it a little bit back, and it will give you access to 3 Phillips screws, 1, 2, 3. Take those out, and it will give you access to disconnect the air filter housing from the resonance itself. And careful not to lose the O-ring. You can change it or just lubricate it before you put it back. So now after I took the Phillips screws here, you can see that it's disconnected. You can move it out. So now I'm gonna release this the coolant reservoir here. I'm gonna lift it up from this latch. This latch will allow you to raise it up. There's place that it stands inside. Just put it back in the same way. So I raise it and slide the whole air filter housing to the coolant reservoir side. And careful, there are 3 places that this I'm gonna show you later how it stands in its place. So just slide it and lift it carefully. If you feel any resistance, stop and check. So now I'm gonna release the O-ring between the air filter housing and the resonator here. You're gonna see this is the O-ring. You can change it. This is the recommended procedure, or if it looks like what I have, looks so clean and new, just put the grease just to keep the airtight tunnel here tight and without any leaks. Okay, so now I can move it toward the reservoir after I lift it. This is how I lift it, like this way. You need somebody to help you just to keep it up, and then you put it back in its place. One point to notice that the air filter housing is supported by the lugs, those 1, 2, and the third one. You can see it here exactly. Let me put the flash for you so you can see here exactly. So I'm gonna slide it out of those. This one, there's the other one, which is here exactly. I'm gonna slide it this way. So in the meantime, if you feel it's like it's very hard for you, take the reservoir out as I said, and you can take the, you see here where it hits the oil inlet, take it out, because you will need each space for that, and try to put some kind of clean cloth here, so not to drop anything in the engine oil place, and slowly wiggle it to this side, and then you lift it until it's out of the locks. So now after I took it out, this is how it looks. Those are the lugs I talked about. Okay, this one stays inside, and this, now you can replace the oil cap, and you can put the reserve, the coolant reserve back, so you can have access to the fuel line. Here, I'm gonna change the here the rings, okay, and the whole tube. So now avoid, of course, having any electric with you, or any cigarette, or any cause of fire. So I'm gonna deal with benzene. I recommend opening the fuel cap and open it to relieve the vacuum and the pressure, so it will leak less benzene here. We're gonna remove this, and I'm gonna remove the other one, this blue one. I'm gonna change it both. I'm gonna change the whole hose, and you can inspect anything else around this area since you have everything out. But this is the procedure. We're gonna put the new hose in the same length, same shape. You can buy the original, but it costs around $40, or you can do like what I did, buy the stock fuel pipe, which is very hard to find actually, but you can save yourself a lot, from $2 to $40. They cost me $2 for meter, 1 meter, and this original piece cost me around $40. So we go to the fuel cap, open it. I already opened it, so you can hear the pressure when you open it. Just leave it on, close, and you can continue to releasing the screws on the holders of the hose. Before you start removing the hose or the clips here, make sure that the engine is cold. You don't need any source of heat here. You can see that after I release the first one, the fuel start to leak, and this one is very difficult to reach. So I'm gonna remove this one, twist the hole, try to twist the whole hose, since I'm gonna change it so I can reach it. I couldn't reach it with ratchet or any simple screw, or ratchet with screw. So I'm gonna twist it and try to remove it. It's box number 7. That's not standard. You can have anything. So just in case you find it difficult, remove the first one and twist the other one around. So you can see here, after I release the first one, the best method I found is to find the wrench to use it, because the gripper didn't work, and this is one with the, it's in my other car, or the equipments for this specific details. So I'm just using this wrench, this number 7 here. It's the best way to remove it. Okay, easy way, because you don't want to break the line that is connected to. Easy until it's done by itself. Okay, so now if you smell fuel, benzene smell in your cabin in this A-Class Mercedes, this is the reason. Old hoses that get cracked by time. So this is what we're gonna change. This is the fuel line coming from the fuel filter beneath the car, and this is going to the engine itself. Change it, screw it, and put everything in the order we put it in. And don't forget to lubricate the O-ring here, and clean the air filter housing from any dirt. So guys, the hose length is 40 centimeters. The lumen inside the pipe, the fuel pipes in this Mercedes, is 6 millimeters. They have the inlet width 7 centimeters. So you will need hose of 6 lumen, and from the outer side it differs, but mostly it's 12 millimeters. So inside the lumen here, it's gonna be 6 millimeters. It will pass the inlet, which is 7 millimeters, and it will wrap good. It fits good. So the distance from end to end 40 centimeter. So this is the dimensions. Lumen is 6 millimeters width. So now I finished installing my new fuel pipe, 6 millimeters, as I showed you just before. I try to put the screws in a way that I can reach it next time. So it's like I have it through the bay here. I can reach it with the very easy instrument, no need for complication. And now I will assemble everything back, and I will start the car and also test it. Your smell at the beginning will be normal because there's the remnants of benzene evaporating, but later you can test if the smell inside the cabin is still there, or if there is any leak, because this is not matter of it's not a joke, this is benzene. One last tip before you assemble the air filter housing: try to lubricate the ends here, that it goes through the air filter housing, so it will be easy for you to remove later. You don't have to wiggle it that much or break anything. It's all plastic, so just put a little bit of grease here, and on this rod, and lubricate the o-ring, and that will be all.